Okay, so I'm gonna do this shape now. I was hiding the other part. Actually, I can see that there's like a straight line here. So what we want to do, I'm gonna fix this first. So this should be straight. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this edge. I'm gonna redo that. I just noticed another. So I can turn on the X-ray. So I'm grabbing all the vertices. It's funny, it was more simple than it looked from the images here. One thing I could do is like just add a little bit of a curvature on these guys. So I'm going to select these three and deselect anything I added. So I'm going to go on the other side, select with the shift key. I can click on these and just add a little bit of a curvature. And notice that we're getting this, let me go on the right view. So there's a little bit of we need to kind of refine the shape here. So we need to select the vertices and move them down so it's not sticking out that much. I'm always double checking on the edge flow. And what I will do is select, so these are like, if I press 3 and I look at the object, I can see a little bit of a seam here. So to eliminate the seam, you can select these vertices here and move them away from each other. Like that. Now those, they need to go down a little bit. If I go to the right view, I can see so I need to kind of like correct the flow here. So if I press 3, I don't have that seam anymore. I can still see a little bit, so I'm just going to go. I always change it from 3 to 1, and then I'm trying to see. So here's the vertex. So it's sort of straightening this out. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to open the other layer now. I'm going to turn on the other layer, which is the other piece. And I'm going to go in the side view again, and let's look at this for a second. Press 4. So I'm going to do the same with same corrections. I'm just going to select these guys, move them down, and just follow the seam instead of the whole perspective. And shaping this. so that goes like that, and then there's an angle. I'm going to go to this view and select these and give it an angle. So I'm going to select that. There's only like so we can keep it like simple like that. I can go back to my this. If we had like two side views here and we could trace them, then it would be easier. So here's the object. I'm going to add a couple of edge loops in the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and use insert edge loop. I'm going to add one here and one over there, so I can get some shapes. So for this one, I can see that it's like this is sticking out too much. And I'm just going to grab these and scale them in a little bit. If I press 3, I have this shape. Now I'm just going to add those edge loops so I can sharpen it. So I'm going to go and get the insert edge loop, add an edge loop here and one over there, and then one up here and one down there. That should be enough. And we want also, so we can see that this is like a little bit of an awkward shape, so we want to go back to 1 and grab the vertices here, all these, and just scale them. The same with these. I'm going to make it a little thinner. I'm not going to follow this, just looking at the other. So this is supposed to be straight. See, if I do that, it becomes really soft down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another edge loop down here. And if you see that you want to have a sort of a very sharp line here, and you notice the seam all the way up, you go and select all these vertices that are from the edge loops. You can just scale them out a little bit. Actually, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I would just move them. I'm just going to undo that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just add only one edge loop. So I'm going to select this one and Control Delete. I think one is enough, so we don't have to do all this extra work. And I'll explain how we can fix these later, because there's a technique that you kind of roll it on the curve. So we haven't talked about snapping tools as much, so I'm gonna leave it here and just refine this shape. This looks kind of awkward. Just and that's it. I'm gonna just stop here and add the rest of the pieces. So I'm gonna stop the video. Actually, let me just add the seams again, so we're done with that. So you can see that I have all these faces around, and I'm going to, let's say you wanted a thinner face here. I can go and insert another edge loop closer and get rid of this one. So I can go and select that and Control Delete that. So it's very easy to like retopologize. So here I'm going to select the faces and do another extrusion and use the same exact number, 0.015, and go here, press 1, face, select the face, select the one with the shift next to it, and then extrude that. Okay, so now I have the seams. Now if I press 3, I have this done. I'm going to stop the video here.